All right. Hello, Professor. I hope this video finds you safe and well during this time of COVID-19 pandemic. I've been in the house trying to stay safe, wash my hands constantly. I hope you're doing the same. However, the purpose of this video is the family tree assignment. You asked every student to talk about a family member and how various social systems influence that family member and our overall family. I've decided to talk about my mom. My mom was born Sandra Gail Jarrett. She was born in the 1960s. She was the oldest of 6 children. Living in a single parent home was very tough. They lived in the projects of Jersey City, so in a very poor area where they couldn't do as much as they wanted, but she had 5 siblings, so they had fun in the household as much as they could. In 1977, my mom enrolled in high school, Ferris High School to be exact, located in Jersey City. Starting her freshman year, she was a strutter. A strutter is your ideal cheerleader, but instead they had a tassel and white shiny boots that they would stomp and shake and cheer in, which was cool. Entering my mother's sophomore year, she fell in love with track. Track was her passion, and it wasn't just her passion because she loved running. She loved running, but she was actually good at it. My mom would be in every race. She would be very versatile, depending on where her coach wanted her. She would run the 400, the 200. She would run pin relays. She would either be the starter or the anchor, but she was really good and she was dedicated to running track. However, things kind of got off gear a little bit. Entering in her junior year, she encountered the death of her brother, which is my uncle. He had died due to complications with his disabilities. My uncle was born autistic, so that was already a whole nother problem in itself because, like I said previously, my grandmother was working, 9 to 5, then 5 to 10 or 11. So my mom was there during the crucial times of helping out her siblings with homework, making sure they ate before they went to bed, making sure they all showered, just following big sister duties as she's supposed to. But she started having to do this at so early as I want to say 13, 14 years old. So my mom had a big task from the start. So that's why she's so responsible today, because she is the oldest. And after her brother died, 1981 was her graduating year. She had received a scholarship from North Carolina State for track. It was a partial scholarship. And she always told me this story, and it was kind of a story to tell me, don't let anybody tell you you can't do anything. Don't let anybody let you follow your dreams, because that's what she did. She received a partial scholarship, and my grandmother told her no. Reasons being that she was a single parent. She didn't have the money to fulfill, the rest of her college expenses, as well as taking care of her other children. And then on top of that, she just lost one of her sons at the age of 15. He was only 15. My uncle was 15 when he died. So it was just a lot. And it was unfair to my mom because her whole life, she had to be that, I have to take sacrifices because of my siblings. I have to keep doing this because of my siblings. I have to keep doing that because my mom is where she's at. And it's never been fair for her. And that impacted her life. It changed her life. My mom could have been running on the Olympics or doing something or being a track coach at NC State. Her life didn't have to change how it changed, but it did. Not saying it changed for the better or for the worse, because she still graduated from high school, and after following high school, she ended up going to an IBM business school in Jersey City. She went through an 18-month course and received her associate's degree. So she still made something out of her life, but things could have been completely different. And I don't fault my grandmother because she needed her. Family comes first. That's what we're taught. But it's also like, when do I separate and when can I fulfill my dreams and fulfill my aspirations? So I say this to say, my mom has instilled this story into me because, you know, even when I'm not coming from the richest family or, you know, the wealthiest of them all, but, you know, even when we go through trials and tribulations with money, like I remember my sophomore year, after freshman year, my parents both lost their jobs, so I had took a whole year off from college, and that affected me tremendously. And I just knew, like, you know what, I'm not even going to go to college anymore. Like, you know, I don't even care anymore. It is what it is. And my mom was so adamant. She was working doubles. She was telling my father, is it possible they can, you know, pull out loans from banks just so I can get back into school and just so I can graduate? And they pulled it off. I'm back into school and I graduate this December 2020. And hopefully I can walk due to all of this craziness going on. But that's why it's so important to fulfill your dreams, go after your dreams, do what you want. And that impacted my mom tremendously. Not even just her work life, but just the mental thought process of, you know, when she has a child, she knows that, you know, I'm gonna let my child do what she wants to do to a certain extent, of course, but I'm gonna make sure my child succeeds in what she wants to succeed in. And I'm not going to hold back or have certain things that holds my child back from doing so. And I appreciate you for listening to my story about my mom. And I hope things are going well. Thank you so much.